It usually hits you when you least expect it. You're mid-conversation, walking down a hallway, or entering a room, and suddenly you feel like you've already lived this exact moment before. Not just something similar, this. The same words, the same angle of light, the same thoughts in your mind. It's eerie. It's fast. And just like that, it's gone. That fleeting sensation? That's déjà vu. Most of us have experienced it. Some more often than others. But what exactly is déjà vu? Is it a glitch in the brain? A memory hiccup? A sign of something deeper, maybe something we can't quite explain? For decades, scientists, philosophers, and even spiritual thinkers have tried to unlock this bizarre feeling. And while it still holds some mystery, modern neuroscience has some compelling theories, some of which may completely change the way you understand memory, consciousness, and time itself. To start, déjà vu literally means already seen in French. It was first coined in the late 1800s by a French researcher named Émile Bourac. Back then, it was often linked to mystical ideas, past lives, psychic visions, or time loops. But today, researchers look at it through the lens of brain function. And what they've found is that déjà vu may be less about the past, and more about how your brain predicts the present. One leading theory is called the memory misfiring hypothesis. It suggests that déjà vu occurs when two systems in your brain, short-term memory and long-term memory, glitch at the same time. Imagine your brain accidentally files a brand new experience into long-term memory the moment it happens. So, as you're experiencing it, your brain wrongly believes you've encountered it before. This would explain the uncanny familiarity, even though it's your first time. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. The hippocampus, the part of your brain that handles memory, and the temporal lobe, which processes sensory input, play a critical role in this mix-up. A 2006 study using fMRI scans found that during déjà vu episodes, these brain regions light up similarly to how they do during actual memory recall, even though there's no real memory to recall. In other words, your brain treats a new experience like a memory even though it shouldn't. Another theory digs deeper into neural pathway timing. It's called the dual processing theory. The idea is this: your brain processes information through multiple pathways at once: visual, auditory, emotional, contextual. Usually, these systems are perfectly synchronized. But sometimes, there's a slight delay in one of them. Say the visual information reaches your consciousness a millisecond late compared to your emotional processing. That tiny lag may cause your brain to register the same moment twice, once as new, and once as familiar. That brief echo may be enough to trigger the déjà vu sensation. And just before we dive into the next section, if you've ever had déjà vu and wondered what it really means, hit that like button. It tells the algorithm you enjoy deep dives like this one, and helps more curious minds discover it too. Leave a comment below about your weirdest déjà vu moment. I'd love to hear it. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more science-backed breakdowns of how your brain works, what it remembers, and why it sometimes tricks you. Alright, back to it. So, is déjà vu just a glitch? Not exactly. It might actually be a sign of a healthy brain. Some neurologists suggest that the ability to notice a mismatch between what we expect and what we're actually experiencing is a sign that your brain's memory checking system is working. Think of it like your brain saying, "Hold on, this feels familiar, but I can't place where from." It's a moment of cognitive tension, and that tension means your brain is actively keeping tabs on reality. But then, there's the really weird part. Some researchers believe déjà vu might tie into something even bigger, our sense of time and how the brain stitches the present into a continuous narrative. One 2021 paper in Nature Communications suggested that déjà vu could be a byproduct of the brain's attempt to reconcile incoming data with memory models it already has. Like predictive coding. Your brain doesn't just receive reality, it's always trying to predict it. And when your prediction is so close to what actually happens, your brain gets momentarily confused about whether it's prediction or memory. That moment? That's déjà vu. There are also connections to epilepsy, particularly in the temporal lobe. People with temporal lobe epilepsy often report intense déjà vu experiences right before a seizure. In those cases, it's likely a burst of electrical activity triggering the memory centers. But here's what's crucial. Most déjà vu in healthy people doesn't come from damage or disorder. It comes from how complex, adaptive, and weirdly brilliant our brains really are. So what does déjà vu mean? Is it a peek behind the curtain of consciousness? A reminder that your brain is both a camera and a prediction engine? Or is it something even more philosophical, like your mind trying to tell you you're exactly where you're supposed to be? Science hasn't answered every question. But what it has uncovered is this: déjà vu is not a glitch to fear. It's a phenomenon to marvel at. A window into how your brain remembers, predicts, and constantly weaves the illusion of now, and the next time it happens. Pause. Observe it. Let it pass. And remember, you're not crazy. You're just catching your brain mid-thought.